100% Chelsea. Chelsea 3, Arsenal 2. Gorgeous George.
I'm back, baby.
It's so good to see you.
Back. I'm back in my usual, and what a welcome to be back home. Like, first 35 minutes, we were fantastic today.
Yeah.
We were knocking the ball around, got the 2 goals. We got an early goal from Pedro. 10 minutes later, we got another goal from Morata. Took it well, and on his left foot as well. And after that, we just took our foot off the gas, I felt. We felt that we could control the game. Without the ball, we struggle. Obviously, Sarri's still trying to get it correct, like when we haven't got the ball. But after we got the 2 goals, we sort of took our foot off the gas, and that's what let Arsenal back in there. We're getting down our flanks. Alonso was a bit of a liability. Aspilicueta as well. He was getting caught out down that. But they need support from the wingers as well. Willian and Pedro need to come back and help when we haven't got the ball. And I think that's where they struggle, because obviously Sarri wants to leave them up there to be more attacking. Like when we hadn't got the ball, I saw Barkley, William, Pedro and Morale all behind the ball where they weren't involved in the game when we haven't got it. And that's what kind of let us down in the first half. And into the second half, I think Arsenal had about 10 minutes into the second half. After that, we got our foot back in the game. We brought on Hazard, we brought on Kovacic.
It sounded like you were about to say Courtois then. I was like, careful.
No, we brought on
Kovacic.
I pronounced it in my vlog correct, so...
Plug, carry on.
Yeah. Just a little bit of a cheeky one there. But even though bringing him on, Kovacic, like to bring him on and to replace him for Barkley, I thought we had a decent game. He sort of fell off towards before he came off. But to bring him on, he sort of controlled the game for us and allowed Jorginho and Kane to both go forward, where Jorginho's reserved his energy in the first half because he allowed Barkley and Kane to go forward, so he reserved his energy for the second half, which I thought, bringing on Hazard as well, changed the game massively. So hopefully he starts against Newcastle. We got 6 points out of 6, and it's just looking really, really well going forward. Defensively, we need to sort it out, whether Christensen comes in for David Luiz, Emerson comes in for Alonso.
Right, what about Morata?
I thought first half he'd done really, really well.
He scored.
Yes, he done really well. He was running behind, trying to make movement. Second half, I didn't see much of him because obviously Arsenal controlled the first 10, 15 minutes of the second half. But before he came off, it was the right decision to bring on Giroud at that time. I think Giroud still needs to be our super sub, bringing him off the bench. I don't think he can do a full 60 to 90 minutes. I don't think he can do that, Giroud. I think bringing him off makes a perfect solution to why we keep Giroud. Like, I still think Morata should start ahead of Giroud because he just brings that a little bit more energy. He can run in behind, all that sort of stuff. He's a bit more smarter than Giroud. Obviously, Giroud can hold up the ball. But other than that, I think Sarri got his spot on with resting Hazard because obviously he got a knock in training during the week, hence why he didn't start. And I think we can only go forward from here. Keep learning, keep developing, and keep learning his style of play because it obviously is a different style to what Conte brought. I think Arsenal as well, having had a new manager for 22 years, they're learning a new style of football. So we've caught them at the right time. I honestly think that because I do think Arsenal had great spells in the game.
Arsenal will develop as a team, there's no doubt about it.
So I think we've caught them at the right time. They've had a difficult start, but to get 6 points out of 6 and then have a 0 out of 6, it just means right for going into top 4 and trying to push on to try and challenge for the league. It's going to be difficult with Liverpool and Man City, but I think we got a great chance to try and push it all the way this season. We got to add in January a little bit.
Hang on. Win the league?
I'm not saying win the league.
You just said push it all the way.
I'm saying push it. I'm not saying we're going to win the league. I'm saying push it. We're going to be there or thereabouts.
Okay.
We're going to be there or thereabouts.
Right. Sure.
I think top 4's pretty certain.
Okay.
I think United are going to be... people are putting United third. I think we're finished third and United are going to be fighting for that 4th spot with Tottenham and Arsenal. I think we've got a bit more going forward than United. I think that's what gives us a bit of an edge going into the top 4. And then we've got to see how Liverpool do when they come up against the big teams. And Man City as well. Because obviously they lost De Bruyne for 3 months. How are they going to cope with that? I think
they'll be fine.
Can they?
Yeah.
Obviously they got enough...
But this way, they could bring him off the bench last week
But
against
that's because
Arsenal.
they had lack of fitness, because obviously World Cup.
Yeah, but I know that. But what I'm saying is the fact that they could bring him off the bench and they were still performing
Yeah,
without
but don't
him.
forget, Arsenal are still learning a new system.
Okay,
So-
well, I think this is a conversation we
Yeah.
should have, Cameron. But
But I think Jorginho allowed Kante to go forward a bit more,
Yeah.
and Jorginho's a brilliant signing. So I think next week against Newcastle, they struggled against Cardiff today, so we should get the 3 points there again. So it's looking great ahead.
happy days.
Yeah, man. Mate, I'm glad to be home.
Mate, it's good to see you.